Let's start class. Alright, so like I said, it's going to be a quite active class. We're going to start standing, and we're actually going to step at the top of our mat. We're going to do 2 sun salutations, and this is where it's super active and kind of fast, so just try to keep up as much as possible. If at any time you get too tired or you don't think you can do it, you can always go down into child's pose and just wait it out. That's totally okay. So first, we're going to step at the top of our mat. Feet are hip width apart, hands are down by our sides. We're rolling our shoulder blades down our back, mountain pose. I want you to just focus on your breath here, focus on your intention for your practice, and maybe activate your ujjayi breath, okay? So maybe 3 more breaths here. Make sure your feet are really grounding into the ground. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring our arms up and over, and we're going to bring them into prayer pose where our chest is, okay? We're doing this 2 more times, breathing in and out. 1 more. This time, whenever we reach the tippy top, really reach away, and then we're going to kind of bend our knees and fold forward in a forward bend. All right, so breathing in, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, so flat back. Breathing out, we're going to lower. Doing that 2 more times, breathing in, flat back, looking up, and breathing out. This time, we're going to bend those knees as much as you need them so you can touch the ground. Releasing 1 foot back into a high lunge. All right? Breathing in, breathing out, both feet back into plank position. Okay? Now, we're just going to lift those hips up. Walk your feet forward just a little bit. Breathing in, breathing out. I want you to release your head, neck, and press your chest towards your thighs, releasing your heels down. Don't press too hard down. Sometimes some people can't, they'll never be able to reach their heels all the way down to the ground, and that's okay. All right, 2 more breaths here. Hopefully you're activating your ujjayi breath, really pressing your palms into the ground. And on the next exhale, I want you to step back a little bit and then slide forward into plank. And then we're going to go down, hovering over the ground and pressing our upper body up into up dog. Breathing in the position. Breathing out, we're going to tuck those toes and lift those hips back into downward facing dog. So I hope you remember which leg you step back with, because we're going to step forward with that leg on the next breath. So breathing in, and on the exhale, bring that foot forward. Awesome. Now go ahead and let the other foot meet at the top. Forward bend. We're going to breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, lower. 2 more of those. Breathing in, flat back. Breathe out, lower. So make sure that you have a little bend in your knees. You don't want to hyperextend. On the next inhale, I want you to lift your arms up, rolling all the way up to the top, hands in prayer position, and then down by your sides. All right, so that was a sun salutation. Great job. We got 1 more to do, and then we'll do our warriors routine, okay? So breathing in, let's lift our arms up and over, prayer position in front of your chest. 2 more of those. This is just really great for the shoulders. All right, on the next exhale, so we're reaching up high. On the exhale, we're swooping them behind us and lowering down into a forward fold. Breathing in, flat back, looking up. Breathing out, lowering again. 1 more. And then this time we're going to bend our knees, place our hands down, and then I want you to step back with the foot that you brought forward last time, okay? So it's the same deal. All right, so we're in a bit of a high lunge. Breathing in, breathe out, let the other foot meet, and we're gonna hold this plank just for a breath, and then we're gonna walk our feet forward and lift our hips into downward facing dog. All right, so we're holding this for 5 breaths. And if you need some movement, we can just walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other. So make sure your palms are fully pressed into the ground, fingers are really spread. And maybe 2 more breaths here. All right, so I like to slide my feet back a little bit, preparing for plank position, sliding my shoulders over my wrists, breathing in, breathing out. We're gonna lower our body a little bit and then press forward into up dog. 1 breath in the position, and then on our next exhale, tuck those toes, lift those hips, downward facing dog. All right, so we're not gonna complete the sun salutation, which is totally okay. What we're gonna do is we're going to bring 1 foot forward, and we're going to prepare for our warrior poses. So I'm in high lunge. All right, you can lift your upper body up, placing hands on your knees. Here we go. And I want you to breathe in, reach behind you, and breathe out, reaching forward. We're going to look through our hands, pressing our thighs together, making sure our knee is directly over our ankle. Zipping up those abs. 2 more breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and open your arms up. We're opening those hips, placing that back foot at a 45-degree angle. Looking over that front middle finger. And on the next exhale, bring that back hand down. We're going to flip that front hand and lift it over our head, neck, and shoulders. Looking up towards the ceiling. This is reverse warrior. All right, and on the next exhale, come back to warrior 2. And then we're going to lift back into warrior 1. So I got to flip my back foot back on the heel. The ball of the foot, that's what I meant. Looking through those hands, we're going to prepare for warrior 3. This is a balancing pose, so if you need the wall, go to the wall, that's okay. I'm scooting that back foot forward a little bit, straightening this front leg. Arms are still out in front of me. Breathing in, I'm going to pick a spot on the floor or the wall, and I'm going to tilt forward. All right, so if your balance isn't that great today, you can keep your tippy toe on the ground, or you can go to the wall like I said before. We're holding it for, I want to say 2 breaths. So my balance isn't that great today. And on the next exhale, bring that foot forward. All right, so I'm going to switch so y'all can see me. We're going to go ahead and go into a tree pose. So it's another balancing pose. The same leg that you had behind you, I want you to lift it up, and we're going to place it either on the ankle, on the shin, or above the knee, but not on the knee. You don't want to press your knee out. All right, your hands can come down by your sides, prayer position, or all the way up into full expression. We're holding this for 3 breaths, so I'm assuming you already took a breath in it. 2 more breaths. Oh, my tree's falling. That's okay. All right, on the next exhale, go ahead and release it. Great job. I'm coming back at the top of my mat, and the foot that was behind me, I'm going to keep it in front. I'm going to take a big old lunge back with I'm switching sides, essentially. All right, so breathing in, arms are behind you. Breathing out, we're lifting our hands up. We're going to look through those hands, zipping up those abs, pressing your thighs together. I'm on the heel of my foot, but if your balance is off, you can go ahead and put it at a 45-degree angle. One more breath in the position. And on the next exhale, open your arms up, placing that back foot at a 45-degree angle, looking over that front middle finger. 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, place that back hand on the back leg, flip the front hand, and reach it over your head, neck, and shoulders, looking up towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. All right, on the next exhale, both arms are going out, warrior 2. We're gonna come into warrior 1, bringing both hands up. And so we're preparing for warrior 3. We're gonna just scoot this back foot forward, straightening this front leg a little bit, finding a point on the wall or the floor, breathing in, breathing out. We're gonna tilt forward. Try to find that balance. 2 breaths in the position. Ooh, my balance is so off today. And that's okay. All right, let's bring both feet together. So the foot that was behind us, we're going to bring it up onto the ankle, the shin, or above the knee. If you're finding that your balance is off today, try to root the foot that is on the ground into the ground. Just really feel like it is going past the floorboards into the dirt, and it's really growing roots, okay? So hands down by your sides, prayer, or up above. 1 more breath, because it looks like I've been working hard while I've been talking. And go ahead and release. Awesome, that was great. All right, so let's bring our feet wide, hands on our hips. I want to say straight legs, but you need to have a little bend in your knees, just so you don't hyperextend. Breathing in, looking up, breathing out, we're gonna fold over. We're gonna reach towards the ground, or our feet, or we can fold our hands, whatever you prefer. And we can sway here if your hands are folded. Just feel the stretch. We want to have about 3 more breaths here. All right, great job. Let's place our hands onto the ground if you can. If not, we can bend our knees to place our hands onto the ground. I want you to bring your heels in. So we're bringing our heels in a little bit, hands on the ground. We're going to just do a little bit of a squat, and then I want to try an advanced pose with you guys because we've been doing a lot of balancing. So I'm placing my elbows into my knees and hands together, and whenever I press my hands down, it's pressing my knees out. So it's really gonna feel it in the thighs and the glutes, maybe a little bit. 2 more breaths here. All right, so the next pose is an advanced pose. If you wanna try it, you can totally try it, but if you would like to just watch, that's totally okay too. We're gonna place our hands directly in front of us. So my elbows are still on my knees, and I'm placing my hands where they fall, right? I'm going to come up onto my tippy toes and bring my knees into my armpits. So I'm coming into Bakasana, which is crow pose. So you want to look forward, but it's always hard for me. This pose is always a big challenge, and I'm tilting forward a little bit. I'm going to bring my feet, maybe 1 at a time, just for a second, because I'm not very good at it. But I thought it would be fun to try a new pose. Did you try it? Was it okay? Well, that's good. So let's go ahead and sit down. Whew, great job.